Hi, and welcome to another edition of How To. I'm Mike Potiska, and today we are going to learn how to make a giant gummy bear. To start things off, things you're going to need: 40-ounce bag of gummy bears, bowl to separate the gummy bear colors in, some saran wrap. This is just a bear-shaped honey container that we cut the back off of, so that way it's easier to remove the gummy bear at the end. A heat-resistant container you don't mind getting dirty, and a pot to use as a double boiler. The first step is we're going to go ahead and separate the gummy bears into different colors. This isn't a necessary step, but if you want to do different designs or just have a bear of all one color, then you're going to want to go ahead and have these assorted beforehand. Now when you first set your water to boil, go ahead and set it to a medium to medium-high heat. Once the water gets boiling, you can go ahead and reduce this heat to medium-low. This way you don't burn the gummies, which is also why we're using a double boiler. So while you're waiting for the water to come to a boil, go ahead and take your jar and your assorted gummy bears and decide on what color you want to melt first. Regardless of whether you want to do a solid colored bear or a multi-layered bear, you're going to need to melt one color at a time. So for this demonstration, we're going to go ahead and make a red colored gummy bear. So we're going to go ahead and take our red gummy bears, and we're just going to go ahead and stuff this jar full. Once your water comes to a rolling boil, go ahead and turn the temperature down to medium-low heat. You can then safely and slowly put the jar of unmelted gummy bears into the double boiler. You're going to want to periodically check on the jars, turning them around, rolling them over. This way you don't burn any of the gummy bears inside the jar. So while you're waiting on your gummy bears to melt down in the double boiler, go ahead and take some saran wrap and place it covering the entire insides of the container. And if there's any little divots like the nose or the eyes, make sure you get a little bit of extra saran wrap down in those areas, just if you want the detail. Once you have this completely covered, we recommend go ahead and using some flour. So really you just want a light coating of flour throughout the inside of the mold, and you can just dump out any extra, because it's really not necessarily. Now that our gummy bears are melted, we're going to go ahead and pour gummy bears right into the mold. We're not going to fill it up quite all the way. We're just going to let this sit in the fridge. Now that your gummy bear has solidified, just go ahead and grab the saran wrap, wrap it all together and close it up in the back, and just gently remove your gummy bear from the mold. Now you have a clean mold you can reuse again. Next, you're going to slowly and carefully remove the gummy bear from the saran wrap. This can be rather cumbersome, especially if the gummy bear hasn't completely solidified. And there you have it, how to make your very own giant gummy bear. Until next time, I'm Mike Potiska.